give to Taylor. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Indy.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Go street. 39. Check Mike 39. Focus, defense, focus.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now Lawrence on 1st down. That's complete. Mike Strawn with it. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man, complete. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play there for Indy.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell, and the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football. The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence down around his goal line. That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's taken on the 25. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. A give running right, Etienne. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
On third down, Lawrence dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Landry. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll run with Etienne. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One more time with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception.
What a play.
Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown. Mike Strawn, 53 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Back to throw again. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Ready? They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now Lawrence to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You draw quarters. 18, hey, echo. 55.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's once again complete to Shark. And he's brought down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Set. 90, Wolf. Topper, topper. Check 99. Check 99. Out.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Devon Hamilton
In there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flipping over to the other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
60-yard. Check pass, check pass. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Lawrence.
Let's go.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Marlon Davidson
Coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Landry now on the return. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flush to his right. It's caught outright by Graham. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll look to set up his blockers. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And they open the lead up now to 25.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And Graham on the grab.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent, as he thinks